Hi Capricorn, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors. Sorry darlings, I'm trying to get this, since I've been back out in the kitchen I just don't seem to get this tripod right. I think it's because I haven't got the bookcase kind of surrounding the whole thing, so I might decide later on to have the bookcase put back. So Capricorn, this is your September reading, the beginning part of September. Your WTF reading, that's the wrong deck. I want to start with the other one. Not a lot to announce, to be honest with you, apart from this year's going really quick. Other than that, not a lot going on. So, my darlings, she who flows, ease, being open to change, go with the flow of life. Now, for those guys that are watching this, she who flows, this is you tapping into your feminine side. And for the ladies, you know what this flow is. You know that we flow, we flow into from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other. And it is a feminine thing that happens. Guys tend to arrive at stuff, don't they? Whereas women tend to kind of just go with the flow, but literally. So yeah, just ease into things, being open to change. Go with the flow of life. Absolutely. Do you know what? I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking there are some significant changes happening around you. I don't know if you remember or if any of you saw the Lion's Gate reading. There's still time. I haven't taken it down. I'm not likely to because it is a year's reading. I'm sure there was some changes coming in for you, and especially around these retrogrades. There were 7 planets at one point in retrograde. Venus has now gone direct, so I believe there's still 6 planets. Venus goes direct on the 4th of September, so you're going into shadow for a little while, and then it will go fully forward. I think Mercury ends at the beginning of October, which I have to say I think we're all looking forward to that. But the one that we're all looking forward to is the one at the end of January, where Pluto jumps back out of Capricorn again and stays in Aquarius for the next, I think because it's been jumping, they worked out it's not 15 years, it's going to be 20 years, it's going to be in Aquarius. So yeah, all the planets are eventually going to go direct and it's going to be massive. I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago where Mercury was in retrograde and all of a sudden it went direct and it just felt like it had catapulted us so far forward. A lot of us felt completely sick and disorientated from it. I'm just hoping that's not what happens with this Mercury retrograde, because this has been a real slow start to Mercury retrograde, I have to say, because normally if something's going to go wrong, it's always me that it goes wrong with. But so far, so good. I'm going to touch wood and touch crystals. So yeah, just be ready for this change, because I do feel that you are going to stand so much in your earthy power that it may even feel a bit strange to you. So come on, Capricorn, you know the score. You know what to do. Kick your bloody shoes off. Go and stand on some lush green grass and get connected with that earth power. You really are going to need it. I know it says go with the flow, but unless the energy is flowing for you, it may go a bit haywire. So, yeah. Kick your shoes off, go and touch base with the earth and with the energies that you can draw up through the soles of your feet. Wow, a whole pile of them. So, what started your what the fuck Facing your fears and taking your power back. Can I have a manifestation and wish fulfillment, please? Oh, how many? Capricorn, you've been doing a lot of work, lovelies. Manifestation and wish fulfillment for Capricorn for the beginning of September. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Movement and journey. What you can do about the situation. What's out of your hands. Reconnecting to your true selves. That's your outcome, darlings. So what started your what the fuck? You've got my remembrance and reunion card. The Six of Chalices. This is quite a... It's a gentle reunion, but a challenging reunion. I love this card, I do. Six of Chalices. The getting together with other people. People that have come in from your past. Now, this connection would have been quite strong as a child, so it could have been a really close friend or even a cousin. But they have an experience that they share with you, and this is where the challenge comes in, because their perception of what happened is completely different to yours. And once the canary is out of that cage, there's no putting it back. But they have got a story to tell, and they feel safe in telling you. So just be open, and it could be vice versa. Don't forget that. It could be your story that you really want to tell them. But there is a reunion on the cards. And this reunion is going to help you move in to calmer waters, because I'm kind of getting that you think that maybe you see this particular event with different eyes, different perception. But when it comes down to brass tacks, they actually remember it more than you think that they do. And they remember it with, I'm going to get with more clarity than you do. But it is going to help you move into calmer waters and see what's up ahead with such clear vision. Drawing that energy down from the universe, allowing yourself to dock and then ride off to what's lying ahead for you head on. You are not going to hold back anymore after this information is revealed to you. So initially it may feel like a little bit of a challenge, but once you get down to the brass tacks of it, it is actually going to do you the world of good, having this reunion, having this get together with this person and having that discussion that I kind of get is well over fucking J. Well over J. So facing your fears and taking your power back, Capricorn, what is going on with you? So facing your fears, darling, the moon. What is it that you're holding back? You've got such honed in intuition, and yet rather than use your intuition, you're allowing the distortion of intuition to come in. So that's your thinking brain. So instead of going with your gut feeling, you're allowing those thoughts, oh, I couldn't possibly have thought that, or I couldn't possibly do that. And you allow your thinking brain to take over. Stop. The moon is in your reading. It's telling you, I've got a pathway forward for you. Stop looking at the distortions. Look at me. Look at where the light is landing. Because it's what's illuminated needs your attention. Anything that is in shadow doesn't need your attention right now. It will be illuminated eventually. But hey, no. Facing your fears. Oh, I get it. Okay. So the pathway forward, you're kind of thinking it's long, it's treacherous. It ain't. It's just windy, and, you know, there may be a fork in the road, and in comes the Knight of Wands to remind us to enjoy the journey, because it's so important that we are using our intuition and our passion and desire of the wands to enjoy the journey. Our destination is the sun. All of us. We all want that ultimate happiness. And particularly for you in this, they're saying don't ignore that intuition. You have got such good insight and good intuition. There is no way you should let your thinking brain kick in and tell you any different, because facing your fears is literally having the courage to go forward and just allow the journey to be what it's going to be, but to enjoy it on the way. Massively enjoy it on the way. So taking your power back, you have got the Three of Wands. Stop hanging around. What are you waiting for? What is it that you want, passion and desire, that you are waiting for, that you are not going and getting? What is it? What are you waiting on the dockside for? Don't do that to yourselves. It doesn't matter whether it's a commodity. It doesn't matter whether it's a business. It doesn't matter if it's a person. It doesn't matter if it's a family member. It doesn't matter if it's an animal. It doesn't matter. Stop waiting for it. Go and get it. Because when you're taking your power back, you are going to lift the lid on being fucking grumpy. What is that all about? This isn't like you. Nine of Wands. You slapped your hand down on that table. You've gone, these are my ones, you're not having them. What? What the fuck? It's literally a what the fuck moment. That poor fairy's jumped out of her fucking skin. Look at that. She's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. And the little mole's poked his head up and he's like, oh, I can't see what you're doing, but I can smell that you're not in a good mood. Don't be so overprotective. Stop waiting around. Stop being prickly. It doesn't suit you. You need to earth yourself out. You need to be digging with the mole and not just slapping your hand on the desk going, this is mine. And stop being precious. Because that's what the Nine of Wands is all about. It's like, look at his face. Suspicious. Like, go away. You're not having my secrets. These are mine. Honestly, so stop waiting around and stop acting. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Stop acting like a bloody spoilt child. There's no need for it. You've got so much going for you in this reading. Look, you got the moon. The Knight of Wands, passion, desire, moving forward. What the fuck is waiting around all about? Stop it. Stop waiting around and stop being prickly. I get that some of you are very tired. Maybe you've had a busy summer, and maybe you're tired and your intuition's off whack a little bit, but don't do that to yourselves. It's just not worth it, Capricorn. Earth yourself out. Kick your freaking shoes off. Go and walk down a beach. Go and walk on some lush green grass. Don't walk across woodlands and that, because it fucking hurts. But really just ground yourself. Even if you can sit on a log for half an hour, even if you could go and when I'm saying go and walk on the beach, not with anything on your feet, you need to touch base with that earth feeling. You need to touch base with what's going on in the core of the earth and allow that energy to come up to give you that boost that you need. It's there. It is absolutely there. It's yours for the taking as an earth sign. You know that. But to have all these bloody wands suddenly turn up in your reading, it's like, yes, okay, you've got passion, you've got desire, we know that. But there is no need to wait around. There's no need to be prickly. Enjoy that journey. Put everything else aside. Just put it aside. So manifestation, wish fulfillment, and why it may be fucked. It's not fucked, is it? Look what you're manifesting. 10 of chalices. This is a completion. I don't know if you're getting married or if you're already married and you're adding to your family, or if you are a youngster still at home with the parents and you're about to fledge for the first time, but you know with that world tree behind the adults in the picture that your home life is stable. You know, your roots run deep, they run across the ground, they are connected to other trees. But as it's a completion, there's also going to be a new beginning. So you are going to be looking at completing something, but you are completing something. So it's either you're coming together with somebody for the first time, or your engagement is going to move on to an engagement, or move on to a marriage, or move on to an anniversary. But you literally are going to have things to say. And you're so calm and collected about it. But it is going to lead to this new way of thinking. Maybe when the new beginning starts, you will be looking in your own chalice for what it is that's making you happy. And allowing the sharing of that chalice to take place for the first time. And I mean wholeheartedly. Even if you're in a loving, caring relationship, you may have held back for some reason. I'm kind of getting that this new beginning is saying to you, come on, it's time. It's time now. You've had your completion. It's time now to share that chalice with somebody else, with all your wants and needs, and have your say about what it is that is going to sustain you and your relationship. Nice. Nice. Movement and journey, where the fuck you need to be. Look at this. You have got the wheel of the year. Another cycle coming to an end and a new cycle beginning. The eagle is really wise. He sees things from a different perspective. He sees the top of the wheel down rather than the bottom of the wheel up. He only treads that wheel very carefully because he does not want to miss all the perceptions that he needs in order to make a decision. So as the wheel cycles out and it comes to a close, allowing for a new cycle to come in, luck is firmly on your side. So get that manifestation going, get it done. Because right now, I'm getting that you are a master manifestor. Whatever it is you set your heart to, you are more than capable of getting that to come to fruition. What you can do about the situation, I was just trying to see what's in this card, see if I can see anything different. I know there's a goldfish in there, I've seen that loads of times. So, what you can do about the situation is allow yourself to step into eternal waters of healing. Healing isn't one and done. Healing is an ongoing situation. It's an ongoing process. So that if we are triggered the next time, so if we're triggered by something and we heal about it, and then the next time it triggers us, it's not as half as bad because we've done some of the healing. But it keeps triggering until you do the repair work, until you feel completely repaired. And then you can just have done with it. You can just send it off to the universe. You can just send it wherever you like because it's done. And as you get to that point, your manifestations and your wish fulfillments with the star comes in fully. So know that there is some healing work to do here. And I'm going to say it again so you don't lose the essence of it. Kick your freaking shoes off and go and touch base with the earth. That is your healing power. It comes up rather than down, literally. And look what you've got, the World Tree. What's out of your hands? So, your roots are running deep, that's fine. There are roots running along the top of the ground, underground. You're splaying out over night and day. You really do get the passage of time. You really do understand that as night gives way to the sun, as the moon gives way to the sun, they dance, and vice versa. But also the seasons, you know the importance of the seasons. You know there is a time for the seasons to be awake and fertile and all of that. And then you understand the seasons of sleep and slumber, and then coming back again full circle. I get that you're very in tune with that, being an earth sign. But right at the bottom of the tree, you've got the serpent, and it is saying to you, it's time to change old skin. Now, the reason that is out of your hands at the moment is because the universe is saying if you don't change how you're feeling, you don't come out of this energy of being prickly and just waiting around for everything to happen, they're going to change your skin for you. They're going to skin you alive. No, they're not. They will make sure that you do what you need to do to attain to this. Now, I've just rechecked because I'm quite astounded at how many major arcanas that you've got in this. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas in this reading. All that end, starting here with the illumination, but all of this end are major arcanas. There is a huge shift for you, massive shift. Now, face your fears and taking your power back, Lord of Shadows. Now, normally I would say to you, you are going to step out into the world again. You're going to emerge like a butterfly. But as soon as I laid this down, I heard very distinctly retreats. Perhaps some of you are thinking of going on to a retreat. Some of you are going to be retreating from a relationship, and I got that this was a relationship with the generation up. And it could have been somebody significant in your childhood that is still around you, but you are feeling you need to retreat from them at the moment. So you are hesitating moving back onto that pathway because there is healing here to do. So reconnecting to your true self is just being yourself and taking that time for you to heal so that you can rejoin the pathway of life. But right now, you're just happy peeping out and seeing what's going on with this particular person rather than being directly involved. But I do get a stepping back away from this person. And this isn't going to be an either or. This is you stepping away from somebody from the generation up. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out what is a generation. I think it's like 8 years. I'll have to look it up again. It's 7 or 8 years between the generations. So it doesn't have to be somebody who's particularly a lot older than you, but it is the next generation up from you. So be aware of that. So your outcome, lovelies, you have got the High Priestess. I love getting this card, especially in outcomes. Again, your intuition. You know what to do, Capricorn. Look, the moon is shining. You've got the standing circle stones for protection. You've got the cauldron, and she's pointing her wand into the cauldron and dropping items into it, because she's using her intuition. She doesn't use books, she doesn't use recipes, she doesn't use what's known, she doesn't do the tried and trusted method. She adds what she needs to add when she needs to add it, and she allows the moon to help her intuition make that decision. She knows she's highly protected, she's highly intelligent, highly intuitive, and they are saying tap into the energy of the High Priestess. Use your intuition more freely and more confidently. It is really important for you at this time. And again, I will say it one more time so you know that I really mean this. Kick your shoes off and go and stand on the ground. I don't care if you haven't got grass. I don't care if you haven't got a beach. Concrete is just as good. Yeah, honestly, just go and stand on the earth somewhere. Just go and, you know, I had somebody ask me about asphalt. In the UK, ladies and gentlemen, that's tarmac in our country. But what they make tarmac and asphalt out of, funnily enough, is the stuff that they're trying to ban. Oil, petrol, all of that sort of stuff. It's fossil fuels, it came from the ground. So yeah, of course you can go and stand on tarmac. Of course you can go and stand on concrete, because very often concrete, especially pavements and roads, have a reinforcement, and which is a conductor through the middle of them. So just wherever you go, whatever it is that you've got, just go and do that. Go and stand barefoot and get that energy coming up. What's hidden from you? Darlings, there is something you are going to walk away from. There's not going to be any hesitation. You are just not even turning around and taking a look. You're done. You're done with something. There is a door that's illuminated. It's slightly ajar. And you've got the Three of Athames saying that you're going to cut this fucking nonsense out. Whatever that means for you, there is a definite walking away from something. So let's ask the angels and ancestors for some knowledge, wisdom and guidance for Capricorn for the beginning of September. That was a nice pile that just fell out. Star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. That's your intuition. Earth guardian. Oh no shit, Batman. Stay rooted and grounded. As if you couldn't get that message any bloody clearer through me, all through the readings. I kept saying it's important, it's important, it's important. Earth guardian, you've got it. Look, and here comes your sun. Do you remember your journey? Where's your journey gone? There. Enjoy the journey to the sun. Success and happiness. And the moon again. Take note of intuitive messages. The sun and the moon coming out together. Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. And lastly but not least, elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Do not make the mistakes of your ancestors. Darlings, I hope that was of some help to you wherever you are in the world. Please be safe, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye for now.